my legs, I have no legs. I'm all torso.
I got nothing. So if I don't put 75 pillows, I end up sitting like Edith Ann, and then I look, I look like that.
Was it Lily Tomlin in the big chair?
That's Edith Ann,
that a character? I was like,
she's always like, oh, and every time I sit somewhere, I'm like, pretty sure that's what it looks like.
I know, because tall people always complain about being on planes, but short people, it sucks because you lose your circulation because your feet don't touch the floor.
Yeah, short. It's very difficult for short people.
Yeah, I don't want to hear all your tall people problems. You are perfect to host Little Big Shots. Wow. You are. It's so cool. Like, how did this come about, and like, what are you most excited about the show?
Kind of all of it. I mean, when it first came up, I was like, no, I shouldn't do that. That seems crazy.
That's what I said about this.
Yeah,
Watch
because
out.
It's
Yeah.
But you do start to feel like that's not really what I do, and I don't want to like screw it up for kids. Was my main thing of like all these great kids are coming on. I'm like, am I gonna be weird, or am I gonna say something that they're like, well, that's odd. So I didn't know
it builds character. They'll be fine.
I come out in a wig. But when we kind of started messing, because we've really changed the format, and I'm like, I want it less performance-driven and more like, what are these kids up to? And what are the kids that are just like, they're just doing things and they're so in their own skin at such an early age. And I'm like, I don't know, I just think there's so much, people get so much attention for really being cruel. And then you have kids like Ella, who was the kid governor for Connecticut. She's so funny. She's exactly like her 11-year-old self and a kid. And look at that face. I mean, she's so cute.
Look at the eyebrows.
I know. She's such a riot.
So just attitude.
She goes, I want my kids to read about hatred and what homophobia is in the textbooks, because I want them to not know what it is. She goes, and I was just like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
And she's like, I want them to read about it in history for me to have to explain it to them. That's what my goal is. And I'm like,
that's amazing.
But it's like when left, like, and all these kids have so many, like, their heart is so big and their conviction's so strong.
Yeah.
And it's a big thing at any age to just be like, I know it's not what everybody's doing, but I'm okay with it.
To see the world through their eyes would be wonderful if we could just stop and slow down.
Yeah, I would like just like a non-aerosol spray, I guess, and the best thing was just to be like, I would love to just be like, you seem mean, like just spray you with a 7-year-old. Like if I could bottle that and just run around spraying people, which somehow that clip will be taken out and will seem very weird later. Just talking about macing people.
See, you're a turd.
That seemed better before I said it. It seemed like a real weirdo now.
Yeah, but you gotta bring humor into it, and I think that's why they obviously wanted you too, because you have a very great heart, but you're also very humorous, and you have kids. And do your kids, like, speaking of your kids, are they Little Big Shots? They do stuff that really shock you? And
they shock me a lot.
Yeah.
They're perfectly weird and funny.
So they're you.
The best way. Yeah, between me, Ben, my husband, is like much quieter and mellower, but he's super weird. I'm not gonna let him off the hook. And our kids are this weird amalgamation of us. And then you really start to see their own selves come in. So I see me, I see Ben.
Yeah.
I always think, I'm like, if I just don't screw you up, you'll be amazing.
Yeah.
Like, if I had it my way, I would stuff them both in a baby Bjorn.
Like a kangaroo.
Yeah. For sure. And I'm always like, just sit up here. And my oldest is 12, but she's my height now. And I'm literally always like, come here. Come here.
Get on over here.
I know, I'm like, sit right here on Mama's lap. She's like, that's just odd. We're in the same, like, I'm wearing your shoes. I don't want to sit on your lap.
Rude. It's all the feels February on this show.
Oh, all the feels.
And nothing gives us all the feels like our families and friends. So if you're up for it, I'd love to scroll through your Instagram, and because you have a great Instagram. I want to meet some of your family and friends. Is that cool?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it.
What is it?
Okay, here we go. Let's see the first one.
Oh my gosh. That is a long time ago.
We
look like kids in that.
So wait, explain this to us.
I think that Ben and I, oh God, I bet we had we might have been at Groundlings, the improv theater.
Place to meet, yeah.
That's where we met in class, and I don't think I was probably still, we were both still in our 20s for sure.
Wow.
Which I look at that and I'm like,
look
at how hopeful we were.
That's what hope looked like.
Energy, sleeping full through nights. It's wonderful.
Who needs that? What's next? Let's do the next one.
Oh, God. I'd like to explain. It's Sadly, I'd like to say the one with the tiny hat, which, by the way, was from Barbie Western Wear. I'd love to say it was a joke or a character. It wasn't. I was told when I got to LA, because I'd only done plays in New York, and I finally was like, I'm getting a commercial agent. Or like, I wasn't, but I was going to meet with someone, and he said, if you want to work in this town, you've got to do character shots. And I was like, oh, I think those make me uncomfortable. I said, is that when someone's like in a cop jacket and then the next thing they're the burglar? And I was like, I don't think I want to do that. And he's like, well, then you don't want to work and you can't work with me. But I didn't know it was supposed to be like things you may get cast as, like a waitress or a cop.
Yeah.
So I went to do that headshot and I was like, this is Carol. She works at a Vons. She sells, what you can't see is under the picture, I'm holding a plastic tray with Velveeta slices on it. And I had a whole thing. I was like, she works in a grocery store at the end of an aisle, and she passes out cheese samples.
She's about to whip up some Rotel.
And I brought this back to my agent, and he was like, what the hell is this? He's like, what does this mean to anyone? I'm like, I don't know. I said I didn't want to do it.
It stands
Unfortunately,
out.
it sure did. No one ever calls me in on that because I look crazy.
They're lost. That's what I say. Next.
You always speak on my behalf. Oh, that's my mom.
That's awesome.
I think we were at like the Oscars luncheon. That's my mom.
You're at the Oscars luncheon? What's the Oscars luncheon?
It's like a fever dream. It's
I'm like,
you show up and you're just like, someone's gonna ask me to leave in a minute. But if you're nominated, there's like an Oscars luncheon, and you go and like it's just like the nominees there, and you can bring a date. And I brought my mom, Sandy.
That's awesome. Hey, Sandy. Okay, next. Oh my God, I love the hair.
Just permed. So many perms back then.
So many perms.
That's my sister Margie. And I bet I'm in grade school, maybe she's in high school, and we just did lots of perms and then just so much all net and a
Oh my God, the
curling iron.
Aquanet, you hold it out with the dryer.
Crispy, open.
Yeah. Yep.
Ringlet.
Yep.
And then sometimes you'd only get to here and you'd get tired.
Yeah.
And so I'd have all these huge ringlets, and the back was just like, ugh.
Like a little version of a mullet haircut.
Yeah, that was like downtime hair. Like if we were like going out, it was
downtime. Like... That's so Texan. Oh my God. Okay, next.
Oh
my gosh, I love this.
You know, you make some choices sometimes that are...
It's a denim. It's a nice denim choice.
I think my mom and dad were like, we want to have nice pictures of you girls taken. And for
think
some
it's
reason,
awesome.
Margie and I were like, we should wear matching denim shirts and do like the cop poster back to back.
I love it. It's very Charlie's Angels.
It's sure.
Yeah, sure.
without any of the coolness. We're both like,
I love denim, girl. You're talking to a Texan.
I love denim, but just somehow we've gone off the mark on that.
You did not. Next, let's do the next one. Oh my gosh, they're little lions.
They are. That's still Harper and Homer.
Is that golden retrievers?
They're golden retrievers, and I got these like Amazon lion things, and when they showed up, I mean, they're made of like just old syringes. They're terrible, but they were the They were the exact same colors as my dogs. So I like put them on. I was like out in the backyard trying to get two crazy like 1-year-old dogs to sit still, and then he yawned, and I'm like, yep.
Yep. But it looks
And
like
they never went on again. I know they truly look like lions.
I love it. I love it. The old syringe look. All right, one more. You got one more. Oh my God, you're dying. You're laughing. Wait, what's happening?
God, I don't remember putting that on. That is two of my dearest friends in the world. It's Brian Atwood, who's a fantastic shoe designer, and then Michael McGraw. I went to high school with Brian. Michael, I met on the dance floor of the Palladium in the 90s, and I marched up to him and said, "That's the ugliest jacket I've ever seen. I love it." And we have never been apart since.
Oh my God.
So that was us in Vegas.
Do you remember what you're laughing at?
No,
or is it not daytime worthy?
It's for sure not daytime worthy. And I can't
looks
remember,
funny.
but that is probably what we look like 90% of the time.
Oh, those are great friends.
They were both my bridesmen for my wedding.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I hope you asked him to wear the jacket. Just wear that number.
Just wear it, come on.
I will not stop talking until you subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's right, and I can talk a lot. Seriously, not gonna stop. Yep, still here, not going anywhere. I see you. Don't walk away from this.